YouTube, what's going on? What's going on, YouTube? I know it's been a long time since I made a video. What? 4 months? It's probably been at least four months, 3 4 months. But yeah, I'm all right. I'm good. I'm good. I know I've been absent, but I just been busy working. That's all I can say. I just been busy working. So, but just wanted to check in. Make a video real quick. Let y'all know I'm good. I'm still alive. So yeah. So what's going on with me? Same old stuff. Just working for the government. I know y'all watching the news, and the current administration is doing a lot of crazy stuff. But yeah, I'm still working for the government for now. So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen here in the future, but I just keep going to work in the morning until I can't, until they say stop. So um, it's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now. It's a lot of crazy stuff going on, but I'm I'm out here looking. I'm looking, putting my resume out here, just trying to see where the action at. So just trying to do the best I can, and just trying to find where the action at. Put my resume out. I got an interview this week. I got an interview this Friday, as a matter of fact. And I wasn't really trying to go for an interview or nothing like that, but I applied to a bunch of jobs, and a hiring manager reached out to me and said, "Hey, man, you want an interview?" I was like, "Sure, why not?" So um, I'm the kind of guy that likes to be prepared. So I'm just out here doing the best I can to make sure I can walk. If I do get fired or whatever, um, I'll have an offer. I'll have some options or whatever. So was wondering if Trump drama affected you. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm still working. So still working. Either way, I'm good. Either way, I'm good. I know a lot of people out here don't have their life isn't set up. And coming from the trucking industry, we know how to do this. We endured being fired, and we do this. So this don't really bother us. Coming from the trucking industry, we jump companies every 2 weeks. We jump companies every 2 weeks. When you have a CDL in your pocket, you can quit one company on Friday and be in orientation on that Monday. All y'all can agree that when you got a CDL in your pocket, you can quit one company Friday and then apply to another job Soon as you walk out of there, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you will be sitting in orientation. Cause I done it. We all done it. We've been in trucking long enough to where, we'll quit a trucking company. It's like, man, I don't like this. I don't like the loads. I don't like my fleet manager. Blah blah blah. I'm gone. I quit. Turn the truck in, and then a couple days later, you online. A couple days later, you get a call from a recruiter or a company representative setting you up for orientation, flying you out, giving you a bus ticket to the next company. And you sitting in orientation 2-3 days later at the next company. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know it's real. So, I'm not really bothered. All the stuff I've been preaching about in my videos is real. All the stuff in my videos is real. Save your money. Save your money. You just keep saving. You don't know when it's going to come, but you just keep saving. Keep saving. Save your money. Save your money. Invest your money. Spend a little bit. Have a little fun a little bit. But most of it, save it. So I ain't bothered. I come to work. It's a lot of people in the office, man. They sweating bullets, worried. I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. I'm debt free, but the house. I mean, I got savings in the bank. Everything I own paid for except for my house. I don't have no debt except for my house, and my house got a little mortgage on it. And so, to be honest, I can write a check and pay my house off if I wanted to. If I really wanted to, if it really came down to it, I can just write a check and be like, I just want to pay the mortgage off. I can do it if I want it. So I'm in a different situation. I prepared my life for situations like this, and I keep telling y'all to save your money. So this is real. So when you get in situations like this, the economy start ebbing and flowing and stuff like that, you can just be like, oh man, that's crazy, and just pull back, and you can just take your time and find the next opportunity. T Hill said, coming from an hourly job back to trucking would be no go for me unless, oh no, I'm not going back to trucking. The only way if I go into trucking, it would be in the business side of trucking. It would be, I would work in management. I would work in a freight broker. I would work in the office. I would be a fleet manager. I would be a logistics coordinator. I would work at the corporate level. No. And I'm not trying to pick on nobody. I've done that. I'm on to something else. I'm just on to different things. So that's just, I'm not trying to pick on nobody. I think I've outgrown driving a truck. I think I just outgrown that. Like if I get back in the trucking, it's gonna be either that, or I'll go and buy some trucks and I'll run them and I'll manage them and hire and put drivers in them. But no, I don't want to drive no truck. There's nothing interesting to me about driving a truck. So in a list of opportunities that I can go out here and do, I can do accounting, auditing, I can do, I can do bookkeeping, I can do all these things that make the same money. I can do taxes, I can do accounting, I can do all these things. It's like 5, 6, 7, 8 things I can do before, like getting back in the truck will be like number 15. And so, and I'm not trying to pick on nobody. That's just where I'm at in my life, and so I positioned myself, to where I can just make that decision, you know what I mean? I can do that. But for the most part, I'm good. So yeah, but for the most part, I'm good. Yeah, in the federal government you just really don't know what's going on right now. You really don't know where you're gonna land. So, we'll see. We'll see. So just get up and go to work in the morning and just keep going until they tell you stop. Yeah, man, I'm here. Glad to see you too, man. I'm here. So, same old stuff. It's a couple jobs that dropped on USA Jobs, and I'm gonna apply. I'm gonna go and apply to them. It's two DOT jobs I'm applied to that dropped, and I was like, "What? This is exactly what my experience is." Yeah, I'm applied to this job. Yeah, I didn't know the DOT was hiring, but apparently, the DOT is hiring. So I'm gonna put in an application, in case I do get fired or whatever, then I'll have options. You just go out there and just keep applying and see where you land at. So, um, and just see where you land at. But other than that, same old stuff, man. It's the same old stuff. But as you can see, I'm good. I just wanted to come in and make a video for y'all. What will be the profitation equivalent to your job? I'm thinking in the federal government, I'm an auditor, so I would say the equivalent would probably be something in, Big Four, um, Big Four accounting, your typical accounting firm. So, your accounting firm. So, when you think of, I'm trying to like communicate it in a way. So when you think of your typical like accountant that have like a pocket protector, with pens, and they got a laptop, and they crunch numbers all day long, and they review reports and print. They look at numbers and crunch numbers and things like that. I would say the equivalent would probably be something in Big Four. Like if you Google Big Four, you'll see what I'm talking about, like a typical accounting firm. Um, I would say it would be something on the lines of accounts receivable. Yeah, like accounts receivable or something like that. Um, just about every single business on planet Earth has an accounts receivable department. And so you need somebody to crunch the numbers and collect the money, you know, and do the accounting work and get the money together and assess taxes and assess revenue and stuff like that. And so um, just about every single business on planet Earth has accounts receivable. And so if you think about what accounts receivable does in trucking, your accounts receivable would probably be like a factoring company. So if any of you guys got a truck and if you got a factoring company, that's your accounts receivable. And so the equivalent of what I do is kind of like what a factoring company does in the private sector. So like in banking, you know, um, just a combination of crunching numbers and putting taxes and all this stuff, law and tax law and stuff like that would probably be the equivalent. Without getting like, without going over you guys' head. So just keeping it simple and dumbed down. And so, somebody has to review the numbers, make sure the numbers are accurate. Somebody got to come in and analyze the numbers, check the numbers, and make sure everything is what it is. And so, that's the only thing I can think of. Because revenue coming in, you got revenue coming in, but, you know, you got to make sure everybody getting paid. So, and so It's kind of that kind of situation. You're reaching out to people, bugging people, and you sending letters and sending out invoices to customers that owe you money and stuff like that. And so it's your accounts receivable. That would be like the private sector of what kind of, in general terms, like what the what my agency does in plain English. So, but yeah, so I'm good, y'all. So I'm gonna try to get back into making videos, but I don't know. I got so many things going on in my life right now. Making videos just don't be at the top of the list. But it's okay. I know y'all my subs and whatnot, and I'll try to make some videos and give some words of inspiration and stuff like that, and try to come up with some videos. But I'm gonna just keep this short right here, 16 minutes. I appreciate y'all watching the videos. See y'all next time.